Hey everybody, it's Dakota Mays. Today I'm going to show you what I've been doing lately to work on my scissor splits. I pretty much nailed my middle splits and I'm feeling great about it, and I'm starting to give more attention to my scissor splits now. So I'm going to show you the exact flow and the exact sequence that I've been working on, and kind of like, tatting on a little bit here and there, but I'm going to show you my exact skeleton that I work from. So I hope you enjoy. So let's start off in down dog right away, hopping right into it. Lift up your hips, come into your comfy down dog, and we're gonna meet here and just pedal out the feet. So when you're doing this, I want you to mainly realize what we're doing here in down dog. When we feet pedal, we're nerve flossing our knees and our hamstrings. So usually you might notice if you're tight here in the hamstrings, if it's tight lower down here towards the knees, it's probably your nerves is tight actually. It's not your actual hamstring. Maybe both, but for me, my hamstrings are pretty flexible, but when I'm coming into my scissor splits, I'm feeling my nerve mostly. So what this does is it flosses those nerves, gets them used to being in those positions, so you activate the quad as you press it back, and you're just kind of lubricating the nerve as you pedal out. Wonderful. So from here, one more breath. Awesome. Let's inhale, reach this right foot up to the ceiling. Reach as high as you can, feel that left hamstring stretch. Exhale, knee to your chest, and we're gonna step this foot down by the right thumb, drop the knee down, left knee. So from here, lean forward, keeping the hips square, and see how you feel here. So you're gonna feel it in the hip flexor, and just take note of how you feel. So if you can, come up onto this leg. Maybe you use some support for your hands, and if you can, maybe no support. So you're going to notice whenever I train flexibility, it's active flexibility. You're bringing activation in these ranges of motions that you're comfortable with. So never pass your 70%. Find that sweet spot and bring activation there. So right here, we feel good. Maybe you have your hands here. Let's straighten out this leg all the way. Maybe lean back a little bit. Feel the hamstring stretch. You might lean your chest slightly forward. So as you inhale, send the knee forward, drop the hips. Exhale, straighten out the leg. Lean forward slightly, feeling the activation. Let's do two more. Inhale and exhale. So again, if you're using your hands, it'll just look like this. Inhaling and exhaling. Awesome. Last inhale, we're coming forward. What we're going to do is widen out this foot to the outside of the mat and point that foot slightly outward. So this is a little baby dragon pose, and we're going to lean left and right here. Warming up, loosening up that hip flexor on the left side. So as you lean left and right, you'll notice that different parts of maybe it's the inner part, maybe it's the outer part, more towards the groin, whatever it is, just stretching it out. So from here, I want you to curl in this left toe, pick up that left knee, and drop. So inhale, lift it up, exhale, drop. We're gonna do a couple more of these. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Wonderful. Keep the knee down. Now we're going to give a little twist to the right. Maybe bring that right hand to the inner thigh of the right leg. Twisting over, looking over that back, looking over the shoulder if it's comfortable, and let the left hip drop down. So keep that stretch in the hip flexor. And if you're okay, bend at the knee. Let's grab the left foot. So if you need to send your hips back here to grab that foot, that lets you know where your quad and hip flexor flexibility is at. So just work back into wherever your 70% is. If you can, give a little kick. So I'm trying to kick my foot away from my hand. Bring some activation here for 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let go here. Bring that right knee back to meet the left knee. Come into your child pose. Rock left and right. Gaze forward. Inhale, roll into an up dog. And as you exhale, come back into your down dog. Inhale, left foot comes up this time. Reach it high, feel that right hamstring stretch out. Exhale, knee to nose. We're gonna step this foot down by the left thumb. Drop the right knee. Make sure your hips are square. We're coming up. Well, you don't come up first. Make sure you find your 70% first, because it might be different. Everyone I work with, you're always gonna be different. There's imbalances in the body. Just make sure you're good here, and it's pretty similar to the other side. And if you can, start to find the variation you worked on the other side. So maybe the hands, maybe no hands. So find an inhale here, Feeling that nice stretch here in the right hip flexor. Exhale, straighten out the left leg. Lean over, a little activation to the hamstring. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, send it back. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we're dropping down, we're holding it. So now scoot the left foot out. Get that little bend to the outside, a little rotation, external rotation left leg, and swaying left and right with this right hip point. So just play around. I usually twist my body a little bit too. There's just so many nuances, so many little intricacies in the hips. So just play around with it all, breathe through it all. Wonderful. So from here, curling in the right toes. Whenever you're ready, bring your hand back down. Do 5 lifts just like the last side. So inhale, lift it up. Feel a deeper stretch in the hip flexor. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Do a couple more, breathing through it. Just feeling the differences of when it's up and when it's down. Wonderful. Next time you drop it down, scoot that left foot, point it outward again, and let's twist to the left. Left hand comes to the inner thigh, gazing over the left shoulder. Let that right hip point really drop forward. And whenever you're ready here, we're bending at the right knee. Grab the foot. Just check in on the body, see how it's going on. Nice little quad stretch here too. And now, if you can, kick the foot away from your hands, activating the quad even more. Making an active pose here for one more big breath. Awesome, let go of the foot slowly. Hand comes back down, left knee meets the right knee, come into your child pose. Shake it out, sway left and right for one big breath. Gaze forward, rolling into our up dog. Exhale into our down dog. And right away, pedal it out. So feel the hamstring stretch out, but keep it inactive. So you're engaging quads as you're doing this nerve flossing. Feeling good. So we're about ready to hop into the position. And we're not taking it too deep to where you're hurting or you're straining yourself too much. We're finding a 70% and we're stopping. So let's inhale, right foot reaches up. Exhale, knee to nose, really curl it in, and let's step the foot down by the right thumb. So drop the left knee down. What we're going to do here is if you have a block or a bench or anything, bring it for this right thigh. And you might need upward to where you get some real good height here. And what we're going to do here is come onto your fingertips, scoot this right foot forward, left knee back, keeping the hips square enough to where you find a nice stretch. So don't pass your 70% range, and I really mean that. Respect your 70% range. So from here, curl in the left foot. We're going to lift up the left knee and down. Left up, let it down. Do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Wonderful. So we're going to scoot this right knee forward, right heel forward, And if you want to flex this foot, that's what a lot of people do. I enjoy as well. Bring some nice engagement to the right knee. If you can, come on up. So you got this nice support, whatever is helping you support. This is key to where you can really feel the pressure, like pressing down with that right heel, pressing down with the left foot, feeling like you're in this position, everything's active, but you're not passing where you're straining too much. So you can hop into this right out of bed, but maybe your 70% range is just a little bit higher when you're out of bed. Don't recommend that, but as long as you're not going past your 70%, you will be safe. So just listen to your body whenever you do these flows. Wonderful. So maybe after a few breaths of that, you can come down to a lower setting. That works for you right now. And we're pausing. So this is about where I feel definitely my 70% right now. I could go lower, but it's not needed. So I'm flattening my foot this time. I'm inhale, lifting the knee up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do a couple more of those. So you got a nice hamstring stretch here going on. And as you lift up that back knee, you add that deep hip flexor stretch, keeping it active the whole time. Wonderful. Slowly as you exhale, pull that right leg back underneath you. Come into your child pose. Sway left and right. Give some love to the hips. Gazing forward, inhale, roll into your up dog. Lift the hips up, lift the knees up. Exhale, down dog. So pedal it out here. A little nerve flossing. Feeling the difference already in the hamstring. I can feel much more flexibility in the hamstring right now. Oh, gotta love scissor splits. I have a middle split video as well. I love middle splits much more, but this is something I gotta do. And this is my skeleton that I work from. I do a lot more poses within this flow, but this is the main little sequence that I do, and I just add from it. So awesome, left foot comes up this time, big inhale. As you exhale, knee to nose, stepping it down by the left thumb, dropping the right knee. So keep scooting that left foot forward and bring in your block. So same as last time, come to the higher setting first. Bring it under the hip, glute, whatever feels best for you. Wonderful. So once you find your range, maybe this isn't your 70% range right away, maybe it's your 60, but it's okay. So right now this might be my 50% range. I'm curling my toes. Let's lift up the knee, add in the hip flexor stretch. Make sure you're pressing down with that left heel. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, down. A couple more. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. Great. So if you can, lower down to a lower setting. If not, it's completely fine. Just bringing activation wherever you're at. That's the main goal. So I'm flattening out my foot in the back. I'm flexing my foot in the front. And right away, this is somewhere where you can stand up. So if you have a bench you're on, it's even more sturdy. If you have rails, those are best, but not everybody has those. But if you have something to hold on to, that's great. And if you want to put your blocks to the side, that's another great method as well. I have extra blocks, but leaning forward, it's okay. It's totally fine. Not a lot of people have blocks, but if you have two sets of blocks, bring them down right here, that's best. So from here, if you want to, bring your hands down lightly. So you're taking most of your weight with your legs. The hands are just there to support. So let's lift the right knee up and down. Up and down. So keep going. Just small micro movements, feeling that hip flexor stretch out even more. And this is what you do. So as you do this video more and more, this position will just be deeper. Maybe you're on the ground, maybe you're deeper than me right now. Hope you are, good for you. Just doing whatever works for you. Respecting your 70%, wherever that is in your journey. So last one. Awesome, let's bring this left leg underneath us. Awesome, meet the right knee. We're coming down into our child pose. Swaying left and right. Oh, that feels good. I can feel my hip flexors, just get a little massage. So let's gaze forward. Inhale, roll into your up dog. Exhale into your down dog. Wonderful. Maybe you hold a still down dog, but maybe you keep pedaling it out and just notice the difference already from the hamstrings after bringing that activation in those splits. Wonderful. So you keep doing this over time, and as you'll notice, the activation is key. Being in your 70% range, wherever that is, bring the activation to those muscles in the range of motion that's comfortable for you is going to be your secret sauce to really leveling it up and making that 70% a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper every time you do these flows. So it's been good having you here flowing with me. Hope you liked it. Leave a comment below on what you did like, what you didn't like, or if I messed anything up, just let me know. Any feedback's good feedback. So until next time, guys, namaste.